Hello and welcome back to this channel. I'm in a new country I've never been in before. We are in Canada. We landed in Toronto and we're now on the way over to Montreal. We've got our rental car here. I'm gonna show it to you. I've already been driving for about 3 to 4 hours. We're just stopping quickly for gas and to check out the local shop. Just stretch out the legs a bit and then we'll continue the drive over to Montreal, where we're gonna start the trip tomorrow morning. Alright, so this is the car we got for the trip. We booked a way smaller car, but they gave us this one as a free upgrade. After a long day of driving, we have made it to the Montreal area. I just quickly wanted to share with you the room we have here. It's a bit outside of the city, and we really got a steal with this one. It was only about $60 to $70 and we were in kind of a romantic countryside setting. So we almost kind of have this little apartment. TV, quite nice bed. So it comes with this cute porch. Very nice start to our time in Canada. It's been a long day of driving, but the views were beautiful. See you tomorrow in the city. We are in Montreal. Two things are different. It's very cold, very windy, so I'm wearing the jacket, and it's French everywhere, so that's a bit weird. Have to get used to it. We're starting our visit in Chinatown today. Looks beautiful here. Here we have a matcha cheesecake. Got it from a bakery in Chinatown. Let's give it a try. It's very mild. Don't taste much cheese, but a lot of matcha. It's good. We made it to the Old Town of Montreal. You can really see the French influences everywhere. Some beautiful old buildings, and we have the Notre Dame Cathedral right behind us, which seems very much inspired by the one in Paris, but a bit less glamorous, to be honest. The cathedral is closed at the moment, so we're gonna head on through the old town and see what we find along the way. Montreal is a city that thrives on contrasts. It's historic yet modern, laid back yet full of energy, French yet also English. As an island city in the St. Lawrence River, it has a unique geography that has shaped its culture and development. Montreal is known for its love of the arts. It has long been a creative hub for the indie music scene and the gaming industry. We spent an amazing day in the city walking around Old Town, the Parc Jean-Drapeau and downtown. And what really stuck with us after we left the city is that European atmosphere that we haven't seen anywhere else outside of Europe to this degree. For us, Europeans, it certainly felt like a piece of home. Today we are in Ottawa, the capital of Canada. We're being shown around by locals. Super exciting. The city seems very calm and slower paced than Montreal. As you walk around the center of Ottawa, you'll see many beautiful castles, and we're heading inside one. It's the Chateau Laurier, a 5-star hotel. Looks very fancy. So down there is the Ottawa River, and then there are these locks about 10 levels up to the Rideau Canal. It's pretty impressive, and I would love to see a boat coming up all these locks.
John.
Just quickly stopped at the side of the road at an area called 1,000 Islands. As the name says, there are many islands out in this massive lake, and I think it would be very nice to get a boat tour around those islands. We don't really have time for that today. We're on the way from Ottawa over to the Niagara Falls, but still wanted to stop quickly and appreciate the scenery. It's really beautiful, very calm, and something very different than what we've seen so far in the cities. Yeah, it's beautiful. Nature, Canada. Crazy one. We are on the way to Niagara Falls, and we're trying to make it in time because at 10 o'clock there are fireworks and a light show above the Niagara Falls. Cannot wait to see it, and we should soon be there. We've just seen the Niagara Falls for the first time, and wow, it's super impressive. There are 2 big sections to the fall. I had no idea, so I'm still very blown away, and it looks incredible. So can't wait to see more, and tomorrow we're gonna get on the boat as well.
per second. 6 meters deep. Witness the awesome natural beauty and power of Niagara Falls.
We've just been to the Niagara Falls boat tour, which means that we went underneath the falls, almost, at least very close to it. That's why we got these ponchos. So that was super impressive. And now we're on the way back to the car. On the way there, there's loads of entertainment and amusement. So there's this small roller coaster I want to get on. We're gonna head to Niagara on the Lake, which is supposed to be a very beautiful small town that used to be the original capital of Canada, the first one. We drove down Niagara Falls Parkway and we're still next to Niagara River and found these beautiful views. The Niagara River connects Lake Erie in the USA with Lake Ontario here in Canada, and then the Niagara Falls are in between. So we're still on the way to Niagara on the Lake. During the last few days it has been quite hazy, and that is because there were some wildfires in the area around Ottawa, and then the smoke has just come into this area and you can smell it in the air and see it in the pictures. At first we just thought it was cloudy, but then clearly there's a lot of smoke in the air. On our way back from Niagara Falls, we have stopped another time for a quick hike, quick explore around Two Falls. Two Falls is quite a high waterfall, I would guess about 30 meters, but there's not a lot of water right now. But still, this area looks beautiful for some hiking if you have some time left. If you are on the way from Niagara to Toronto, it's the perfect spot. And even though there's not much water at the moment at the Two Falls, there's still an impressive view down into the gorge. And then you can head up to Dundas Peak as well, where you should get an even better view. I'm gonna throw this leaf and we're gonna see it fall 30 meters. We made it to the top of Dundas Peak. It took us about 20 minutes to hike up here. It is perfectly signed out and the view from up here is amazing. Totally worth it. There is a freight train going by and we can see far out. As I said, this is in the region of the Niagara Falls, so I do recommend to come here. There are only a few locals walking around here for their evening stroll, so I'm so happy we found this. Watch out for the mosquitoes though, there are a lot of them around here. As you can see, I'm wearing the jacket. It's gotten a bit colder, but we got to Toronto yesterday evening and we were quite surprised. Not really what we expected. All the buildings were very low, just restaurant after restaurant, not any office buildings or other shops. That's because we were staying in Little Italy. So now today we've come to the business area, to downtown so to say, and the buildings are much taller. It feels like you're in New York City. We were walking down the street and it literally felt like we were walking through Manhattan. So Toronto is quite cool so far. We're gonna continue having a look around, and there's also a beautiful spot by the harbor side where we're gonna get a great view of the skyline. We just got food at the St. Lawrence food market. Apparently it's the biggest food market in Toronto, and it's perfect if the weather is not as good, and it does rain here in Toronto, such as now, so it's good to be inside a bit. We got ourselves a lunch. That's noodles, vegetables and tofu. Very excited to give it a try. Yeah, it tastes very fresh. Delicious.
In the interest of public safety, please stay clear of the stairs until the boat has docked and has come to a complete stop.
We just jumped on a ferry from downtown over to Wards Island. It's $9 Canadian per person, and it takes only about 10 minutes to get here. Probably the best investment of the day so far. I really love this because you get that iconic view of the skyline. It's very calm, and there's also other things to do on the island. We're probably just gonna go for a walk, and then the ferry back is an hour later. Best place to get pictures in Toronto. We ended our trip in Toronto. We had an amazing time in Canada. What a cool and amazing country. We can't wait to explore more in the future. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.